Hello everyone, welcome to the Barajas Barnyard. Today we have the bird of the week, which is the broad-breasted white turkey. Here we have a female. We did have a male broad-breasted white. Oh, and here's the Narragansett to grab some limelight. Our male broad-breasted white, unfortunately, he died shortly after we got him. And by shortly, I want to say probably a month after. We bought them as 2-week-old chicks. But the male passed away, what we believe to be from a parasitic infection. So we weren't able to treat him in time. But luckily this female, she did not get infected that time, but she has since fallen ill a couple times. Luckily she does throw us some warning signs and we are able to treat her in time before she keels over. So she's gotten sick before, and we believe it's from parasitic infections. Turkeys are more susceptible to parasitic infections when they are free-ranging with chickens, which is what our turkeys do here. Stop it, man. We have 3 turkeys. We have this beautiful broad-breasted white, and we have 2 Narragansetts. This is the male Narragansett right here. He's the most curious and most social of the 3. This guy, we haven't named any of them for whatever reason. We really like them though. We really dig the turkeys. This guy is the most social and the most friendly and the most curious and the most outgoing and the most interesting, therefore. The broad-breasted white, she's probably the neutral one. She could either take us or leave us. She doesn't really care. Watch out, man. And then that female Narragansett there, who's the smallest, and she's also the most shy, the most timid, the most skittish, but generally speaking, these turkeys are much more comfortable with us than the chickens are. Yes, and they love little baby Joaquin. I will say, though, a warning to those who have turkeys and babies. As you can see, this broad-breasted white, who is the oldest, I mean, she is big. She is tall. She is heavy. She's not fully stretched out right now, but when she, you know, stands upright and stretches her neck out, they get very tall. And they're easily, hello, the height, they can easily come up to the height of a baby that is sitting in a stroller, like little baby Joaquin here. And so a couple days ago, that guy, who I've said is the most outgoing, the most curious, whenever we come out here, he always comes up to us. If we have something in our hands, he'll pick and peck at it because they're very curious birds, and that's how they learn. They're not aggressive, at least ours aren't. They're not aggressive, they're not malicious, they're not dangerous, they're just curious, which is what I think is very cool about them. But they're also, that makes them, hello, very curious about little Joaquin here, who's a little angel. And so a couple days ago, the male Narragansett came up to Joaquin and started pecking his leg. And you see that little, oh, hello. Joaquin's trying to grab my phone. You can see that little dot there, and there's a little scratch right next to it. So luckily, the turkey wasn't able to really hurt him bad. He just gave him a good peck, like, you know, what's this? But at the time, I had turned my back to give water to one of our chickens, and I didn't know that the turkey pecked him until Joaquin squealed. So that's just a warning to those who have turkeys and babies. If you have a baby or children, I don't not recommend getting turkeys. I do recommend them because I think they're great birds. Especially if you're looking for a great meat bird. But I would just say, be aware. You want to be aware of where your turkeys are in respect to your children, especially when you have babies who can't really fend them for themselves, like Joaquin. Hello. But we love the turkeys. They're a great addition to our free-ranging flock. Our flock consists of a ton of chickens, ducks, and turkeys. And we've only had the turkeys for as long as we've had this female broad-breasted white, which is probably 6 months now. We got her in this, well, over 6 months. We got her in the spring at the beginning of this year, 2019. And we're in September now. I think today is September 6th or 7th. But I wanted to feature her, and I wanted to feature her first as our first bird of the week because I'm worried that she might pass soon. She is very big, very heavy, and I don't know if you saw before she laid down, she kind of hopped a little bit on one of her legs. It looks like she might have injured her legs, or maybe they're just giving out under all of her great weight. But it's already September, and these guys are bred to hatch in the spring and be ready for the dinner table on Thanksgiving. So they're not expected to live very long, and especially since they grow to be the biggest turkey possible. I mean, they're bred to be the Thanksgiving turkey. So they're bred to grow quick, they're bred to grow big, and that's what she is. So we don't think she has much time left. With that said, these guys make great pets. Overall, our turkeys are very chill, and they're actually more like dogs than birds. This is the female Narragansett. She's the smallest, and she's probably the most leery of us. But yeah, when at night the turkeys refuse to sleep in the barn where they are safe, they still roost up in the trees. The Narragansetts roost up in the trees, but the broad-breasted white, since she is so big and heavy, she cannot. She doesn't fly at all. She can't. She's way too big. So she just puts herself in a corner next to some of the other caged roosters, and that's where she sleeps. But we put her in the barn at night so she doesn't become an early Thanksgiving meal for one of our many predators that we have here on the ranch. But she's so big, I have to carry her like a barrel with both arms. So it's kind of hard to tell how big she is unless I go up to her and grab her and show you how immense and wine barrel like she is. But I don't want to do that to her. She looks nice and relaxed, but she is showing some issues walking. So I wanted to capture this video of her and feature her before she maybe passes. We don't know. Will she make it to Thanksgiving? Will she pass before then? After then? Not sure. We have tried butchering our birds for meat, but we don't like it. We hold nothing against it whatsoever, and we hold nothing against people who do. I actually think they have a courage and a fortitude that I don't have. So we have done it with our chickens before. We didn't enjoy it. We didn't really enjoy eating the meat, knowing that it was our chickens that we raised, because we care greatly for our birds, so they're more like pets to us. And that includes the turkeys, that includes the ducks. So regardless of when she passes, I don't think we're going to be eating her. We may give her, if she passes under good circumstances, like if she passes just from old age and not from illness or anything, then we may give her to friends or family who would be willing to eat her, because we don't want all of this meat to go to waste, but we're not going to enjoy eating it, so we probably won't. So that's the plan. Oh, Joaquin! Joaquin's not having it today. He's just not having it. But yeah, they're big, beautiful birds. They're definitely attention getters. People love checking her out. She's beautiful. She's very calm, very peaceful. She just likes to free range with everyone, doesn't have problems with anyone. You can see the Narragansett's trying to take a bath with one of our seal hens right there. And that's it. So this girl, although she does not have a name, she is greatly cared for here on the ranch, and she is our bird of the week. And just to try to show you how big she is, I'll put my hand up to her. Well, that went well. All right, everyone. Say goodbye. Until next time.